Let's get dangerous, folks. A slice of cheese on something.
Oh, that's why you asked why you wanted that shit.
Yep. Don't have cheese, so
I thought maybe your hands were like dirty or something. You know, you asked me it's clean, and it's like,
nope. Slap you in the face with it.
what did I do? I guess it's better than getting a baseball thrown at me.
Yeah, or cheese that probably reeks at this point. And you want fucking stinky cheese? I'll hit you, stinky goddamn cheese.
Stinky cheese.
All right, welcome everyone to Big Fat Dove Sports Talk April Review Edition. Like last time, we're gonna go through the playoff rounds as we get in the second rounds of both the NHL and NBA playoffs, as well as a little review of MLB, Major League Baseball going on, and we are gonna go through just a quick review of the NFL draft, the first round, because fuck going through all 7 rounds, all 32 goddamn teams. Now we're gonna hear that from me.
Nope, definitely not.
You want to hear about it? Listen to ESPN, folks. You ain't gonna listen to me.
Yeah. Also, congratulations to each team in the first round of both the NHL and the NBA, making it to the second rounds.
Absolutely.
We're going to be talking about them here. Well, first of all, I think we want to start out here. Obviously, if you see that we have the NHL up right now. We're going to go through each team, but I think we need to talk about first before we move on. Obviously, we have our team that we'll get to here, but will come up last. But who were you surprised to see not move
Florida.
on?
Or who were you surprised they not move on?
Who were you surprised to see that got moved on, and who were you see that not move on?
Florida and Boston.
Yeah?
Florida and Boston. How the
Yeah.
hell do you win all those games and break the record and most points and best wins in a season, and you don't even get out of the first round?
Yep. You got added to the list with teams that score the most points or have the most wins this season and don't make it to the finals.
That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
You join, the 2001 Mariners. You join the Patriots when they had their perfect season. Who was the other one?
The Warriors when they went 73-9.
Yeah. It was like,
it's embarrassing.
What the heck?
It's embarrassing.
But anyway, so yeah, obviously, Florida, I was surprised he even got through that. And yeah, Boston, you just spiraled down.
I also want to make a point. To this man right here, to the world to hear. When we made our picks, who did you pick for in Colorado versus Seattle? Who'd you pick?
I actually picked Colorado.
That's right.
But I think I said in five or six.
That's right. What did I say? I said the Seattle Kraken. Lloyd, I knew Matty Beniers are gonna do the shit. Get it done. Loyal fan, my ass.
Even without John McCain after his injury and being
loyal
out.
fan, my ass.
Oh, I'm very happy. Don't get me wrong. Maybe I'm just using that reverse psychology that made me think.
You trying to outsmart the king? I called it.
You called it.
I called it.
Okay. So yeah, getting to Colorado and Seattle. Great series.
We'll get to that when we get to them. We'll just get through it real quick.
Yeah.
First matchup, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs, who got their first playoff series win since 2004, upsetting the last 3-year Eastern Conference champion Tampa Bay Lightning, versus the Florida Panthers, who, like we mentioned, upset the number 1 seeded Boston Bruins. Currently, right now, Panthers are up 4-2 on them. Like I said, we're going to do our picks. We've already made our picks beforehand, so we are not going to pick a team, based on if they've already won or anything like that. We're going to tell you what we picked based on who we actually thought were going to win the matchups and everything like that.
Yep.
So a lot of these games have already been through game 1, and the NBA has been getting game 2, but we already made our picks, so we're not based on, well, this team's already up 2-0 and shit like that. So
right.
That's never going to be the case. We just, again, we're really busy. We're not able to get on right away to actually do these. So first matchup, we have we have Toronto and Florida. Florida is up game 1, but I'm still going to go Maple Leafs.
I'm actually going to go Florida.
Okay.
We're saying how many games, or we're just...
We can do games. I'm going to say 7-game series.
I'm going to say 6-game series.
Okay. Next matchup, we have the Carolina Hurricanes and the New Jersey Devils. I believe the Canes are up 1-0 right now after winning today, 5-1. I have Canes in 5. I think they're just really good.
I'm gonna go the same with you, Canes and fives. I think Devils just luckily got through that series with the Rangers.
They had a hell of a series with the Rangers, and the bad part for the Rangers and the Devils and the Florida Panthers is they all went to 7 games and they all played recently.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of breaks there. So we're
Yeah.
both going Hurricanes in 5.
because that's always seems to be a factor. What team that has more rest are they going to be able to bounce back better than the team that doesn't have that amount of rest?
Mm-hmm.
Which I was kind of thinking that here with Seattle and Dallas and Seattle
Skip
here.
it. They're going to go last.
Yep.
Next matchup, I actually watched this game just earlier today.
Yep.
We had the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Edmonton Oilers. Vegas won today 6-4. I think this is going to be a close series. I'm going to say 6-game series, Golden Knights over Oilers.
I'll go 6 games too with the Knights.
Okay. And then finally, go.
Yeah, this was last week. Now we'll do
Seattle Kraken, who again won their very first. Fuck off with this shit. They won their first playoff series in franchise history. Second year. So the Kraken in a stellar game yesterday beat the Stars 5-4 in overtime. I'm going to say Kraken in another 7-game series. If anything is based on yesterday, it's going to go 7. It's going to go 7.
I'll go Kraken in 6. I have a feeling like this round of playoffs are definitely going to go 5-6, maybe 7. I don't know. I don't think we're going to see any sweeps in this series.
I don't know. It's going to be hard because the Kraken. Again, this is their first year. I think they're going to make a lot of mistakes.
Well, like I had said, I even talked to a lot of people. I think Grunauer should have gotten a rest. Let the backup come in, give him a rest, have him come back for game 2. That man worked his ass off during Colorado.
Well, that's the thing is that he's going to be very short rested, and can he do it? That's the big thing. So, game 2 is tomorrow night. We'll see how they pan out and how they go.
Yeah.
But
no, I was just agreeing with you. I was agreeing with you.
Okay. So we'll transition now to the NBA playoffs. Stellar series we have in all these games. I guess again for you, ask the same question. Who are you surprised that has made it through, and who are you surprised is not there?
I am definitely surprised the Knicks made it.
Okay.
I forget who they played.
Cleveland.
Oh, that's right. That was one of those ones where both teams were like not real. They just
They're mediocre.
They just got in there, but yeah, Knicks. I was very surprised to get in, but I mean, it's kind of hard to say. I don't know. It would be hard to say who. Oh yeah, Phoenix. Phoenix, I had no faith in getting through that first round. That was the one.
The team I'm surprised did not make it is Milwaukee. It's the Bucks.
Yeah, as soon as Giannis went down.
But Giannis missed 2 fucking games, and that really hurt him. So we'll do our picks again.
Kind of goes to show, you can't just revolve your team around one guy. You need other help out there when you can't be there.
Exactly. So we're gonna go to the probably not anticipated matchup of the series. We have the New York Knicks versus the Miami Heat. It is tied 1-1. Hard part is this one really relies on Jimmy Butler. Because game 1, Jimmy was there and they won. Game 2, he sat out with a high ankle injury, lost. I had to go Miami in 7.
I was actually leaning that way too. Miami in 7. I have a feeling these teams are just, like you said, if Butler's not healthy, it's just going to be different.
Yeah.
It's just really, I don't know, I don't think I know a single Knicks player, to be honest with you.
Honestly,
I don't even know their top guy. And
they just annoy the hell out of me because it's New York and every celebrity wants to be a New York Knicks fan.
Right.
Next matchup, we have the Philadelphia 76ers with the newly crowned MVP, Joel Embiid, finally winning it after several years of finishing second place. Tied 1-1 with Boston Celtics. The Celtics won earlier today. which is kind of funny because game one, Embiid was out and the Sixers pull it out, and then game two, Embiid came back and they got their asses destroyed. I think Celtics in 6.
I'm going Celtics in 5.
All right. That's it for the Eastern Conference. The next one is Western Conference. We have the Denver Nuggets versus the Phoenix Suns. Denver's are currently up 2-0. I say Denver in 5.
I'm gonna go Denver 5-2. I haven't had faith in the Suns right now, but I mean, if they prove me wrong again,
well, I've always said this about Denver: if they're healthy, they're one of the most dangerous teams out there. They're very balanced,
especially when they just got that player back. That's
Jamal Murray.
That's been out for 2 years,
almost 2 years. Jamal Murray.
That guy is just lighting up right now, making the most of it.
He's taking so much off of Jokic that the focal point is not on Jokic anymore. Now you have to worry about everybody. So
exactly.
All right, we both in agreement there, and then we have the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Golden State Warriors, probably the most anticipated matchup because it's LeBron versus Curry for the 5th time in a playoff series. Currently, the Lakers are up 1-0 on the Warriors. I'm going to say another same-game series, but you damn sure I am not picking LeBron James on the Lakers. I'm picking Curry and the Warriors.
I know I have a feeling this one's going to be a 7-1-2, but I'm actually going to go Warriors in 6.
I thought you were about ready.
Oh, no, I'm never going to go.
I was about ready to hit you.
No.
I was going to say, how dare you?
No.
How dare you? This house is the Warriors' house.
I'm totally fine with that. All right.
Couple notes on that. As you see, it's going to be an interesting playoff series in both hockey and in the NBA. A lot of hype around certain players. See if they succeed. A question mark we will wait to see after this series, but it's a big question mark since the beginning of this one, is if Steph Curry beats LeBron, does he move up above LeBron as an all-time great? Or if LeBron wins, where does that put him now? For those of you who might not know, LeBron and Steph have had a rivalry ever since LeBron's second Cleveland run. If no one understands that, they went to 4 straight finals together, facing off each other, and the Warriors were 3-1 against that Cleveland Cavaliers team. A lot of hype, a lot of talk is of how much Steph Curry is his weakness. So it'll be interesting to see. I don't think this series justifies both their rankings in all time. I think that's just the perspective of the person. People like to make the argument of who's the greatest of all time and all that crap. And so I don't think it really plays in a factor if LeBron wins, he's guaranteed above Steph Curry, or if Steph wins, he's guaranteed above LeBron. I think you have to look at the career itself, and at the end of the day, where would you put him? We talked about this yesterday. There's one thing that's going to be occurring, and that is no one will surpass Michael Jordan.
Yep.
As what we say, and I say we because I am not going to speak for everyone in the fucking world. You have your own thought in mind of who is the greatest player of all time in any sport.
I was going to say, any sport.
In any sport. But when it comes to basketball, for myself, Kelly, and a lot of other people, it is very hard to change our mind to not say Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
I mean, and we talked about this too, like, you are going to base what you think and everything like that. So I like to base everything on what I've said or what I've seen. And Michael Jordan, all-time fucking great. Like, what he did in the 90s was unbelievable. Like, he gifted the Rockets 2 championships because he decided to not play basketball for 2 fucking years. In the middle of he did a 3-peat, took 2 years off, or a year and a half off, I guess. And then he came back and won another 3-peat. Hell, one of them was against the goddamn Sonics.
Right.
We probably won another championship at that point if it wasn't for Michael Jordan.
If he didn't come back.
We were a year too late for that shit.
You would have made Steve Kerr, multi-time champion.
He made him a multi-time champion. He made him a 4-time champion, yeah.
'Cause, yeah, well, 3 and then the one with the Spurs, right?
Yeah, and then the 4 he has with the Warriors.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anyway,
um, but like Kobe is another person I can say is up there. I can't
yeah,
put LeBron over Kobe. What
yeah.
Kobe
We've
was,
we definitely decided MJ number 1, Kobe number 2.
yeah. And it's a debate where you want to put LeBron. Um, it's hard. Yes, he broke the all-time scoring record. I want to throw this out there. A center and a power forward led it for fucking forever, and they don't shoot threes. That's being said about something.
Yeah.
Also, to LeBron, you're fucking 3-7 in the finals. Or excuse me, you're 4-6. Excuse me, you're 4-6. But if it wasn't for Ray Allen or for Kyrie Irving, your ass would have only won 2 finals. I shouldn't even count the goddamn bubble.
Right.
Not a championship right there.
Yeah. So like Ryan and I were even talking about with that whole thing. Yeah, I was saying LeBron at number 3, Curry at number 4. But if Curry gets either another championship, this year or next year with LeBron without getting another championship, I'm putting Curry above him.
See, I can't use that because I look at this. What these players have done for basketball itself, in the sense of the culture that they brought to fans. And I don't remember anyone copying anything from LeBron James. Maybe his celebration, whatever. But everyone that I remember, and I can talk about 3. And I'm not putting him at number 3 yet because I think he's still got some climbing to do. I'm saying at the end of his career, though, Curry could be the 3rd best player, if not the 2nd best. But when Michael Jordan was starting to shoot his fadeaway shots, everyone started shooting a goddamn fadeaway. Or they started to dunk like Jordan or do the fancy layups like Jordan. Then came the time in the 2000s when you're even throwing away a piece of trash, you're yelling, Kobe. You're shooting shots like Kobe. You're playing that Mamba. Everyone started to develop and try to learn the Mamba mentality. Curry is love him to death, but goddamn it, everyone wants to shoot a goddamn half court shot like Steph Curry. But that's my point, though, is a lot of guys are mimicking these great players. Even people mimicked Allen Iverson. A bunch of fucking dudes want to wear a sleeve. It looks stupid, but whatever. LeBron doesn't bring that, though. LeBron brings so much to the game, yes. But you should be more dominant than you actually were. That's my issue with LeBron James is you are supposed to be the most dominant player in the NBA, and you don't play like the most dominant player. Even in the regular season, in other years, you did, but then you choked in the playoffs. My issue is you went 2-2 in Miami. 2-2 in Miami. You were part of the greatest assembly of players. You're top 5. You're not going to be top. You're not going to be top 2. Again, Kobe and Michael are fucking gods.
Right.
Moving on to MLB. Currently,
one thing though before we do it. Fortunately, I gotta move the camera over. Look, slide over. All right, sir.
All right. Currently in Major League Baseball, we're gonna go through each division and kind of give a rundown. In the American League East, probably the best division in baseball. All teams above 500. We have Tampa Bay, which has been on a tear at 25-6.
That is scary seeing Baltimore.
Baltimore in 20-10. Toronto is 18-13. Boston is 18-14. And the New York Yankees are 17-15. And the Yankees have been injury riddled. They just lost Aaron Judge. I don't even know if Stanton's still on the team.
Yeah.
Going to the AL Central, we have the Minnesota Twins, 17-14
in the American League.
Yeah. Cleveland Guardians, 14-17. Detroit Tigers, 12-17. White Sox, 10-21. Royals, 8-23. I'm sorry, that's still not as bad as this fucking team. Then you get to the American League West, which is the most surprising of all the divisions in the American League because you didn't think these top 2 teams here would be actually in the top 2. But they are. The Texas Rangers are 18-12. Angels are 17-14. The Astros are 16-15. The Mariners are 14-16. And the Oakland Athletics, may you rest in peace, is 6-25. Which I'm going to say this right now. I feel bad for you because those players are never going to play in a full packed out stadium. until they go to another stadium, until they
Yeah.
go on the road. And I feel bad because it's a bunch of players who don't deserve the lack of respect that they're getting. Um, it's pretty much everyone has given up on the athletics. And
Yeah.
that is sad. I would hate that
Yeah.
as a professional baseball player.
Exactly.
Going into the National League, in the National League East, we have the Braves at 21-10, the Mets at 16 and 15, the Marlins at 16 and 15, the Phillies with Bryce Harper, fucker, at 15 and 17, and the Nationals
That's
12
gonna be a
15,
fight for that division.
12 and 18. Yep.
I can't wait to see that division come All-Star break.
Well, the
Where they're
division that's
at.
usually the one that fights the most is the National League Central. You have the Pirates at 20 and 11. You have the Brewers at 18 and 12. The Cubs 15 and 15. Reds 13 and 18, and the Cardinals at 10 and 21. We actually got to see the Cardinals play once, and this year it was actually the one game they won in the fucking series. And fuck you, Flexen, for first pitch home run. Fucking ass.
I will say this: I am actually happy to see the Pirates in Milwaukee doing very good this season, or at least to start off the season for the first month.
Yeah.
You know, Pirates have always been kind of that low ball team. Not
Well,
doing
it's
so
nice to
good.
see any team that's not like it's nice to see Texas winning our division.
Yeah,
you know
they haven't probably led the division since literally like the Michael Young
Well, when they went to the World Series those 2 years,
and yeah, back-to-back years with the Josh Hamiltons.
Yep.
And
Nelson Cruz, Adrian Beltre, Michael Young, Ian Kinsler,
Handlock or
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's something in my head. Anyway, if you guys know what I'm talking about.
And in the National League West, we had the Dodgers at 19 and 13, the Diamondbacks at 17 and 14, we had the Padres at 17 and 15, the Giants at 13 and 17, and the Rockies sitting at 11 and 20.
Diamondbacks, do me a favor and knock off the Dodgers, please.
It won't happen.
Especially because I have a friend who's a big Dodgers fan, and I get tired that he just fucking.
The Padres will be the one to do it. Scrolling through MLB right now, obviously there's a surprising team, there's disappointing teams. Obviously, the ones that we follow the most are the Seattle Mariners, who are not off to the best start. They are 2 games below 500. My issue with the Mariners are stop swinging for the motherfucking fence. I swear to God, I'm going to drop kick the TV if I see Julio Rodriguez swing for the fucking fence again. It is goddamn annoying.
And everybody's got to remember, too, right now, we just got through the first month of baseball. We still have like 4 more months of baseball left. So
forever.
Stop freaking out that if your team, is not doing so good right now, it's going to change. Wait until All-Star break. Then you could start making your assumptions of how your team's going to end the season.
Oh, swing for the fucking fence every goddamn time. You're going to piss me off.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit that you're 14 and 16.
Yeah.
I can give a shit about that.
Julio and Oscar, stop it.
Like, that annoys the hell out of me. And pay some motherfucking respect to players like J.P. Crawford and Ty France, because they're carrying this team.
Well, in Pollock right now. And
he's starting to turn around.
Pollock is actually like not even hitting for power. The guy's actually hitting for base hits.
Yeah, because that's what you fucking do in baseball. It's like in basketball. Yes, Steph Curry, you shoot the motherfucking 3. Everyone else shoot a fucking 2.
Yeah, Draymond, Clay, just shoot the 2s.
Like you get a pass. You could. Jordan Poole stop. Jordan Poole just stop shooting.
Poole just stay on the bench.
Poole, you're starting to piss me off. You're like below Draymond right now. And that's a lot. Because the only person I thought was below Draymond was fucking Dylan Brooks. Which fuck you, cocky ass little fuck. I'm glad you lost the fucking playoffs to LeBron. You made me root for LeBron, Brooks. You made me root for LeBron. Glad your ass is lost.
All right, guys, we're moving on over to the NFL draft here, and it's about what we expected.
We're not going through pick by pick.
We're not going to go through pick by pick, but as expected, the top 2 quarterbacks went first and second.
Exactly. Houston making a big trade with Arizona to get the 3rd overall pick to also get Will Anderson. We'll see how that plays out. They have the 2 best players of the said draft, but again, you got to build it from there. Anthony Richardson surprisingly going to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
That was a kind of a shocker. There's a lot of talk of Richardson actually going to Seattle, if not, maybe the pick after and everything like that. So that kind of changed the mindset for Seattle. You can kind of tell that they were hoping for Richardson to be there. Seattle drafting Devin Witherspoon, which was one of the top tier corners coming into the draft. You have surprise picks like Bijan Robinson going to the being drafted high. He was actually a late. He was kind of a late first rounder, second rounder person.
Right.
Going eighth to the Falcons, which a lot of people were calling a big stretch. Jalen Carter ending in Philadelphia, which I think is the best place for him because he's got a lot of character issues that he's got to fix, and this is a good chance for him to kind of.
Well, even
fix
like we were talking about too, that Eagles need to bulk up that defense a little bit.
Well, they do, but the best part about this is why I was glad Seattle to pick him up. There was a lot of talk of Jalen going to Seattle. There's the character issues. There's the work ethic. He goes to Seattle. They need him right away. Him in Philadelphia, they don't need him right away. So if he needs to take time off and all that shit, that's fine. Um, Detroit kind of being the what the fuck moments. They got Gibbs in the first round. Gibbs was not a first round draft pick as a running back. A lot of question marks there. A lot of question marks coming from Green Bay. Not going with the quarterback. As you guys can probably see later on in the draft. A top 5 quarterback, top 5 draft pick overall, Will Levis from Kentucky, who was projected to go in the first 5 picks, did not go until the second round to Tennessee, which is good on Tennessee. Couple of basic picks and everything like that. Seattle then drafting the number 1 receiver, Jackson Smith-Njigba, out of Ohio State. I will admit, I like the pick, but I don't at the same time because I thought it was too early.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that they were surprised that we went with that wide receiver pick this early.
Yep.
I thought we would go for a D tackle, honestly.
No, there wasn't a really good draft for D tackles.
I mean, this first round to me was a lot of defense. After the top,
yeah, but
the top quarterbacks went, it just went
looking at all the defense though. This was the guy you wanted.
Yep.
Every other guy was you just took a chance. This was a good pickup for Seattle because he's actually a really good corner, hard hitter, plays good coverage. It really solidifies that young DB, which stop saying Legion of Boom 2.0. Come up with your own fucking name. Leave the Legion of Boom to his own fucking heritage. Stop with the 2.0 bullshit, all right? Yeah,
as we had said too, having that opposite side of Woodland, pick up, that would be just great.
Oh, exactly. Not a lot of players recognizable after that. Like I said, after the first round, Will Levis goes 33rd to the Tennessee Titans. Overall, based on Mel Kiper and all the ESPN analysts, they did say that Seattle was one of the teams that won the draft. I actually like a lot of the picks. They actually focused on what their needs are. They focused on solidifying their defense, which was really weak last year, getting some good offensive linemen to replace linemen that they lost, and kind of building a really good young core line. Now that we drafted a center and a guard this year, so the fact that we have 4 linemen drafted in the last 2 years that could be potential starters and kind of a build could set up something. I personally would have liked Will Levis because you never know what Gino's going to be.
Exactly. And we only have Locke for another year.
He was just insurance.
He's just insurance.
That's
what I'm saying. He's going to be gone. So I think next year we're going to be looking at a quarterback, definitely the draft.
My thing is with Geno Smith is I don't hate him, but I think there was a lot of overhypeness because he started out good but since Germany and playing the Buccaneers on, he did a lot of really bad mistakes and didn't play that level.
Yeah. I'm just hoping all this off-season talk, getting the contract. I hope it pans out. As always, I hope it pans out. But if you don't, if you just did all that to literally get yourself a paycheck, and not do just mediocre for 2 more years, then I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, let's just draft that quarterback and move on.
Exactly. That's why I'm not. And I think that there was a little bit of panic for Seattle because they wanted Richardson. He was the perfect fit for them. There was a lot of talk that they wanted C.J. Stroud as well. There was no chance C.J. was dropping out of 3.
No.
There was no chance C.J. was getting past the third pick, if anything. I think he was a great quarterback. I want to see Bryce succeed. I think there's just a lot of talk because he's short, sitting at 5'10". There's a lot of question marks there.
And please don't compare him to Russell Wilson.
Stop comparing anyone to anyone.
Especially any short quarterbacks. Just don't compare him to Russell Wilson.
Compare to Drew Brees. He's better.
I mean, yes, there is that.
Fuck Russell Wilson. He can't even drive a golf cart, for God's sakes. How do you feel, Colorado Avalanche? He showed up to your Game 7 and you lost.
Right?
Colorado, say it with me now. Russell Wilson?
Fuck you. Overall, how would you rate this draft? Like, yeah, okay, but it's nothing spectacular.
The thing is, though, for me is, I don't know, 90%, 95, 97% of these goddamn players.
Yeah, right.
I don't know anybody in this draft.
Well,
frankly, there's 7 fucking rounds of like 200 and some odd draft picks. I'm going first round and I'm done.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I just wait to see, like, okay, what does Seattle pick up later? I think it was Philadelphia that took 6 or 8 Georgia boys.
Yeah, they drafted like half their defense.
It was like
on this draft.
I saw that and I was like, "Are you kidding me? Did you not look at any other schools?"
Well, the thing is that I liked about Seattle's draft picks, obviously they're the ones I like. Seattle did right. They got 2 running backs, and I guess a lot of people were questioning why when we had Kenneth Walker. Well, it's because Kenneth Walker is one fucking dude. You need a fucking core, which again I actually like their last pick of McIntosh from Georgia. He's a hard runner.
You were saying that
he is a lot like Kenneth Walker, so you can go a great 1-2 punch there. I'm probably butchering his fucking name, but I'm gonna say Charbonnet from fucking UCLA. The other running back we got is a great catch out of the backfield kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
So we got that little back. I say it's time we got rid of DJ Dallas.
Yeah, we lost Travis Homer.
We don't need DJ Dallas back. We don't need Alex.
We traded
Collins.
Penny away.
We don't have Penny. I think you go with the 3 and you roll with that. I think that's going to be great help for Smith. I do like the draft pick for this. I think it's a little early though, but I understand why you did it. But now the thing is though, everyone, you have to pull back a little bit from saying, "Oh, this is an amazing pickup, blah, blah, blah. They're going to have a star receiver." Look at all the receivers that Seattle's drafted in the last decade. Okay. 2 receivers have succeeded in all their draft picks, and that is Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. Anybody else that got drafted by Seattle as a wide receiver, have they panned out? No. Doug Baldwin was not a draft pick. He was an undrafted free agent. And Kearse was an undrafted free agent. Golden State was there for 2 fucking years, and then he left because apparently banged Russell Wilson's wife and got in a fight with Percy Harvin. But I digress.
We didn't get after Daryl Jackson, did, or was it Corn Robinson?
I'm talking since 2012.
Okay.
I'm talking since the Russell Wilson.
Okay.
I'm not talking Daryl Jackson, Bobby Ingram, and
that's fine.
I'm talking of recent years.
Yep.
Because we drafted a lot of kids, and there was a lot of kids that were supposed to be.
Yeah. The DJ Hackett's, the Joe Vicious.
Oh, I'm talking. They're still like I'm talking 2010s and beyond. We're talking guys that you've never even heard of. D. Eskridge has been hurt all his time. Paul Richardson is 1 half a season guy. Ricardo Lockett is best known for special teams, and unfortunately, I'm going to say this, almost dying from a cheap ass shot from the Dallas Cowboys. Fuck you.
Yeah. And don't even get me started on guys that we try to bring in, tight ends, wide receivers that just never panned out either.
Don't say Jimmy Graham. He's a waste of
that's what I'm saying. Don't get me started.
I mean, tight ends have worked out better than receivers have.
I think only really Gerald Everett's like the only one probably recently that's actually really worked out for us.
Well, even draft picks of tight ends that we've had. Will Disley, Colby Parkinson, Jacob Hollister, and those guys all have panned out better than receivers have. So that's saying a lot. I think Smith and Jabba can actually do a really good job for them, but again, you gotta see what that guy Gino is. Yes, oh cool, he's the guy that they wrote him off and he never wrote back. Blah blah blah. Well, the second half of the season, they figured out why they never wrote. They kind of wrote you
Yeah.
off.
I
Sorry,
mean,
sorry.
Smith Ajabe is going to be probably, our fourth wide receiver probably going into the season, third at most. Obviously, third at most.
He'll be number 3. What is Eskridge is fucking.
Eskridge is injured. Goodwin or Godwin? Goodwin or Godwin?
Goodwin. He's
left. Gone. Hart, and I think Hart is gone as well.
Yeah. So there's not a lot of depth there. So we'll see what happens here. Draft. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't think there's a lot of teams that really help themselves. Like the Raiders. Why'd you get another D end? Really need it? Arizona, you got an offensive tackle. Cool. Still got Kyler Murray at quarterback. I mean, shit. I think again, Houston, you may have looked good because you got these two picks right here, but then again, your team is also garbage. I think Philadelphia won because they just solidified a lot of the necessary needs. I think Green Bay you lost because you are really pushing for Jordan Love, and your asses should have got a quarterback. I am not even just saying that.
Yeah,
like you should have. Like Will Levis was there for you. You should have got him. Like if Seattle wasn't gonna get him, Green Bay should have got him because you just lost Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, really and you don't know how Love is going to pan out.
Exactly.
You really do not know how Love is going to pan out.
Also, Aaron Rodgers, how does it feel to really be Brett Favre's shadow? Because you did the same shit that he did. He left Green Bay for New York Jets, and you did too.
Deja vu?
Just saying. You hated that. You hated blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? You're a regular season quarterback because you can't do shit in the playoffs, and good luck being in the AFC East. You ain't gonna win shit over there. I'm sorry. We're gonna win the division.
Yeah.
Fuck, not the way Miami's
not even with your fucking rookies of the year.
Joke.
All right.
Joke of a fucking awards.
All right. I believe that's it. Got anything else you can think of at the top of your head?
That's it. We'll be back for after the second rounds of the playoffs are over. To do another to go into the conference final, it'll be the conference finals. In both sports, both hockey and in NBA. As always, like, subscribe. Not that notification. And
notification bell.
Yep. And as always, thank you for tuning into all our episodes and like that. Again, I will be blatantly honest. We are awaiting some news about potentially moving. So you may not see a lot of shows happen a lot until we get into a new place. We're waiting on applications to go through. There's a chance that we could get it. There's always chances that we might not get it. So we'll figure it out what's going on there, and then we'll base everything off of everything like that. Because the minute we get the approval that that we got the place, I mean, we're going to be packing and getting ready out.
And just like Ryan here, this last football season was coaching, so that took up some of his time. Now it's kind of my turn right now with race season starting, so my Fridays and Saturdays are pretty much taken up. Plus, our workloads as well. So we're going to do our best to at least try, get something out once a week. Hopefully two.
Yep. We have a lot of things we want to talk about. Again, we just have to kind of wait for things to play out.
Gonna slap you on the back?
Say that again. Slap you.
Slap you on the home.
So thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, Kelly with the outro.
A comment, a hobby.
Hold on. We gotta change that. That's too soon.
Too fast?
No. May you rest in peace to the voice actor of Master Roshi, which was the inspiration. Is that if you guys don't really know, it's a line from Dragon Ball Z. It was actually from the abridged version, and the voice actor of Master Roshi just passed away. So it's a kind of a heartbreaking for any DBZ fans because again, there's iconic characters in cartoons, TV shows, but mostly cartoons. That's just like the mentor, and like who would you want to kind of?
You had to bring that up.
Well, you did Kami and Ahami, and you do the voice. You do the goddamn voice of Master Roshi, so you know. Don't blame me, blame you for doing the damn voice. Yeah. So again, to a childhood, just it's actually funny as we're rewatching Dragon Ball Z. Kelly started from Dragon Ball. Master Roshi is one of those very iconic mentors that you're like, I would love to learn martial arts from you. Not your lifestyle, because
yeah, right.
That's not no. So may you rest in peace, the voice actor. I don't know your name, but may you rest in peace, Master Roshi.
Yep.
So thank you guys. Have a good rest of the night. Happy Star Wars Day tomorrow.
Yep.
Or
May the Force be.
I guess in 10 minutes since we're recording
Pacific
this.
time.
Yeah, in Pacific time we got 10 minutes. So thank you guys and enjoy your day.
Awesome. See you guys later.